welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had a good day. Please know that my readings are timeless, so whenever you get to this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you. Okay, I just want to thank you guys for being here with me, and we're going to just jump into the prayer. So we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ and the Ascended Masters, and we're asking that they can be with us now. We're also calling upon our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, our spirit guides, our guardian angels, our beloved ones, and we're asking that they can be with us now, and the archangels, and we're asking that they just put a protective shield around us, uncloaking us so that we can be seen to whoever needs to see us, but also keeping us safe and protected forever. And thank you, God. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Divine Realm. Thank you, spiritual team of highest light and resonance, for everything that you do. All glory, honor, worship, and praise goes to the divine and my higher self and your higher self. Okay. So by watching my readings, you are agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself. Welcome everybody coming into the chat, being responsible for yourself and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my readings, you are agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me or anybody in the comments or anybody in the chat. Okay. All right, you guys. So on my other platform, Astraea Love, Astraea, second word, Love, I can accept $20 super chats per question. On this platform, we are working to getting to 1,000 subscribers. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to accept $20 super chats. But I do have in the description box below my Cash App or PayPal if anybody wants to leave a tip or donation, or if you need a question answered, you can use those links until we get to 1,000 subscribers. Okay. So I'm going to talk about two books before we get into the reading. The first book is a very important book. The links to these books are in the description box below. It's called The Truth of God. It's an advanced intuitive living workbook. Also, if you guys could hype the video, if you see that hype button, like the video, share the video, comment on it. And all of that stuff really helps this platform. And I'm so grateful. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, subscribing. All of that really means the world to me. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys. So this book is life-changing. Why I talk about it every time is because people are probably like, oh, how does she know this stuff? How does she come up with it? I have a divine connection. I've always been psychic. So the third eye, my whole life has always been just very active. But I didn't always have a solid connection with my higher self. I felt for the most of my life trapped in my ego. I'm sure probably most people feel that way. Okay. And so through the techniques in this book, I've been able to, well, the God technique, I can now rise above whatever's going on. And whatever's going on around me, I take that into the love, joy, and peace of God. So it dissipates, and it helps me just raise my vibration. When I first started doing it, the God technique, my consciousness, it was like an elevator ride to get to my higher self. Now it's more integrated. So it's like less of a gap of consciousness is what I would say. So the second technique that I'm going to talk about is the joy versus anger technique, which works with clairsentience, which is the ability that everybody has, which is like a clear guttural response or feeling. You know, sometimes people will say, oh, I just had a gut feeling that this and this and this, and they end up being correct about that. Okay, so you can trust that ability. And so the joy versus anger technique builds upon that, which everybody already has. So you can start asking questions and be divinely led. Like when you can be in open communication with God and not have to say a prayer and wait for a response, it is so much easier to just ask a question and then follow that guidance. You'll also see me use the 1 to 10 technique, which is like 1 being lowest compatible, 10 being the most compatible. You'll also see me use that, and that comes from this book. And yeah, so the mind technique says, as the joy versus anger technique was the most important and useful intuitive application in this book, the mind technique is of the same importance level, but designed to clear the negative mental, emotional baggage and beliefs that we're dragging around, which are influencing the reality that we are creating. Okay, so those techniques, and there's so many other in this book, you guys, so many more techniques than just that. The link to this book is in the description box below. I suggest that you guys get it and start using it. It will change your life. It definitely changed mine, and I've seen how it has also changed other people's lives. The second book I'm going to talk about is the book that I've written. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. Well, I can't take all of the credit because Visago was there with me, which is this guy right here. To me, Visago is a spirit guide, but to you guys, you may know him as an Ars Goetia spirit that King Solomon worked with. At any rate, Visago is the master of divination and is also, I would say, like, because with God, it's energy. You don't even have to do divination. But when it comes to discerning things, Visago knows how the human consciousness is mapped. And so we have come up, God, me, and Visago have come up with different tarot card spreads that are very unique, that are based upon the major arcana cards, like the Lovers, the Hangman, the Hierophant. Wow, there was 3 right there next to each other. The Judgment. Those are the major transition cards. The Moon, the Sun, the Star, the World. And so this book starts off with a 14 zodiac tarot card spread that you pull 2 cards for each position. And you know, when I first started reading tarot, why we created this book is because I did not have anybody to teach me how to read tarot, except for when Visago came in. Visago didn't come in at the very beginning when I first started using tarot. I was using a deck called the Goddess deck. That's just a specialty deck. I don't have it anymore for whatever reason, probably because I don't need that deck. But what I wish I would have had was the original Rider-Waite deck, which is what this book is written off of. So for everything that you see in like the Sun card, for everything that you see on the Sun, there will be a card position for that. So maybe we'll read from the Sun. But yeah, this starts off with the Zodiac tarot card spread that gives you the ability to see the South node. You pull 2 cards, one for your South node, one for your North node. Your North node is your destiny. Your South node is your ego, so that you can map where you're headed, basically. And you can do these tarot card spreads and spells as many times as you want. And these are things that you just do for yourself. The Psychic Tarot Zodiac spell that helps you step into your destiny does start off with, you know, a money spell right off the bat, which I think is dope. But yeah, we're going to go to the Sun card. I'm just looking to see which number it is. Okay. So yeah, much more back here. I don't know if I've ever read to you guys from this position. Okay. So the Sun tarot card is number 19. Answer is yes. And the zodiac that goes along with this is Leo. It says the Sun is the primary ruler of Leo. It relates to the inner child and inner child healing. Your personal magnetism is at a high point. Success and good health is in your present and future, a period of contentment and joy where things grow and mature for you. Doubtful ventures now have a turnaround and have a great future. I love the Sun card. Like everything about the Sun to me, it just is like happiness, and I like it. This could indicate that education or study will be successfully completed. So you'll pull 1 card for each position. Position 1 is the Sun that you see there. Okay, it says the card that you pull for this position will reveal where you put your money, what seeds you have sown, and what you are able to reap from those seeds. If your inner child needs healing, that may come through the card that is pulled for this position. If you are a light worker, you may pull the Sun tarot card for this position. If you pull the Sun in the reverse, you may be dealing with the energies of a solar eclipse. Position 2 is the inner child, which is the little kid that's riding the horse right there. The card that you pull for this position will relate to your inner child and how much you play in your life currently. If it would benefit you to play more in life, that may come forward in the card that is pulled for this position. Your true inner child personality may be revealed to you in the card that is pulled for this position. If you pull the Sun tarot card for this position, you will know that your inner child is peeking out and wanting to express itself in your life right now. If you pull the Moon tarot card for this position, you may need to heal deep-seated wounds that have been left unhealed. Again. So then it just keeps going on and on, but you guys get it. The Sun tarot card spells to make your dreams turn into reality. And you'll draw a picture of the sun on the sidewalk and do this invocation just using chalk. So yeah, there's little rituals that are going to help you manifest and integrate the energies of the major arcana. The world, what's the world spell? To create peace in your world. Who would not want a little bit more peace? I mean, amen to that. So in the back of the deck, I have a compendium of knowledge of what it could mean when you get different major arcana cards coming out one next to each other. So I'm just going to read from the Sun in the back. Okay, so the Sun card shows you that no weapons formed against you shall ever prosper. The Sun shows you that success and good health are at your door. What you have planted will grow. You may have been shedding light onto something that was hidden in the darkness. If others are suppressing your light or irritated by your light, you will know by pulling the Sun card. It always shows you that you are being of a light to others. The Sun tells you that you are protected from the evil eye by the eye of Ra. You are in touch, which is the Sun. The eye of Ra is the Sun. The eye of Horus is the moon. So the Sun tells you that you are protected from the evil eye by the eye of Ra. You are in touch with your reality. The Sun shows you that you are entering a period of total success, fulfillment, and happiness. You are mentally alert and in love with life. The Sun card shows you that your inner child is reaching out to play with your adult self. The sunflowers represent happiness and abundance, and with the Sun card, that is exactly what you get, a great harvest. Your overall energy level is ascending. If you pull the Sun in the reverse and then the Moon card, it indicates that you're dealing with the energies of a solar eclipse. If you pull any card on either side of the Sun, it shows you what you're seeding into and what you're growing. The Sun in the reverse shows someone who is immature and out of touch with their higher selves and inner child. You will see right through this person who is in the Sun in the reverse. The Sun in the reverse could uncloak shady behavior. The Sun in the reverse shows laziness, lack of ambition, and loss of natural abilities. If your spiritual gifts have been stripped of you, or the ones that you know or love, you will pull the Sun in the reverse and then the Star in the reverse. There may be a crisis and time of recovery. And it just keeps going on, but you guys get the gist of it. It's got the different card combinations. For those of you that do want to learn to pull cards for yourself and for others, Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells is going to be your book, okay? It was designed with God and the Holy Spirit and Visago, who is a master of basically human consciousness and the system of tarot. And that's why when he came forward to work with me to create the tarot card spreads, I was like, okay, yeah, you already know about all this stuff. And so you can use those spells and those spreads as many times as you want to manifest whatever it is that you want. There's many different ways of saying how to manifest a wish, a dream, or a desire. But that's basically what the spells do. And they're just little manifestation techniques. And basically like prayer and affirmation as well in it. So I guess we are going to use the original Rider-Waite because they didn't direct me. I was not directed at all. Is there another deck I'm supposed to be using? Really? Santa Muerte? I'm like, I don't want to use Santa Muerte. Okay, I'll use Santa Muerte. There may be something that needs to come out in this deck. I always think of Santa Muerte like around Dia de los Muertos time. I don't always, go right to Santa Muerte. But if you guys don't know about La Santa Muerte is a Mexican saint. Oh, you know what? I was just saying shit about Mexico. Interesting. Well, she is not a saint that's adopted by the Catholic Church, but the Catholic Church should, because she's still a saint. She's still like, you know what a saint is. A saint is like somebody that is like a holy person. Anyways, La Santa Muerte, she's like a skeleton lady. She's married to Cain Muertos, which is Cain, the first. So death energy, death magic. But not only that, she protects, like if you're in any type of vulnerable community, and I'm just going to say vulnerable, like, not white community, I would say that that's kind of vulnerable. Or if like a culture or if you're in a practice, or if you're in LGBTQ plus, La Santa Muerte does not discriminate in any type of way. She will help any type of person out of any type of situation, as long as, you know, you're in the right. And so I feel that's one reason why I love her, is she embraces everybody. There's nobody that she will say, oh, they're not good enough, like for my love or whatever. And to be honest, if I were to pass away and La Santa Muerte were to show up, I would be like so comforted, because she's a very loving energy. So don't look at death as a transition. That's all it is. It's a transition. Okay, what else? What do we need to know? So you guys are getting a new financial opportunity. I feel like if you called for financial support, it's finally coming in. Maybe it took a little while. Maybe, oh, the book. So the links to these books are in the description box below. Masago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells and The Truth of God by Michael Steadman. Yeah, if you go into the description box, you will see where the links to those are. But I get that, you know, La Santa Muerte, she's here to help people understand that death is not something to be afraid of. She's also here to show people, interesting, Four of Swords. Maybe somebody was thinking that they were, you know, putting the last nail in the coffin here with whatever they did. That's hilarious. You're about to get like a whole brand new opportunity. This could be a new job, relocation. Knight of Swords. This person has to swallow their own sword. Think about that right there. That's what the person's doing. They have to swallow their own sword. Oh my God. There are people that can do this, that can swallow. But again, very dangerous. What's up with the Knight of Swords? Was somebody trying to judge you? I get that this energy could be a very aggressive energy. Very aggressive person. This could be a military energy, or it could be just a very aggressive person. Okay, so they basically, they look stupid right now. Nine of Swords. Yeah, that's bondage right there. Maybe this person feels like, on this card that's holding a book, maybe this person feels like because they can read this book that you're less than them. I don't know. The Nine of Swords is not about not being able to get like out of bed. Like it's like being haunted, being trapped, being restricted, not able to move about, like I would say. Do you guys understand why I tell you to get the original Rider-Waite? Because when you start using a specialty deck and it goes into these different abstract ass pictures, if you don't know what the original means, then you're going to be grasping for what it's actually trying to say. Because on the Nine of Swords, on the original Rider-Waite deck, the Nine of Swords is like 9 swords and then somebody that's sitting up in bed. Like they got like a headache. Maybe this person has the type of bed that can recline back. I feel like they're waiting for something to happen that's not going to happen. I also get that maybe they're like grieving because they tried to do something to create a permanent ending for you, and all it did was create a new beginning. This is why I would not be trying to play tricks on any type of like Santa Muerte, Cain Muertos, Baron Samede. I would not be Papa Legba. I would not be playing games with these energies. Anansi. No, I would probably not play games with these energies. Interesting. The Wheel of Fortune. So you're over here getting to spin the wheel and somebody is like losing their shit about it. The Wheel of Fortune is about fate and destiny. It's about balance. It's about harmony. It's about you coming into union with what you're meant to do. It's also about money. It is. It's about like new opportunities. You getting to have a spin here, which means, and the way I look at the Wheel of Fortune is everything that's on that wheel is a prize. So it doesn't matter what it lands on, because whenever the wheel is spun, you win. So it's like you'll win one of many prizes and you'll get to keep spinning this Wheel of Fortune because it's your fortune to spin it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's your destiny to be able to spin it. It's written into your life story for you to have the resources that you need. And whoever wants to stop that from happening, they thought that they were so powerful. When this person did whatever this was, they literally thought that they were like the most powerful thing in the world. And this person obviously doesn't know God. They obviously don't know what love is. They don't love themselves if they're doing this to other people. This person would do good to learn how to love themselves, maybe by watching you, because that's what this person seems to want to do, is just watch you love yourself. I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes when you're doing the right thing, when you're doing something that's making a difference, it's gonna cause people to be upset. These people thought that, oh, I'll just hammer this last nail in the coffin, will be done, and you're over here resurrecting. Like, that's the energy that I get, though. And not only that, you're resurrecting, and you're still spinning the wheel in your favor. Like, whatever it lands on is going to be a reward. 10 of Swords. These people, they wanted that. Okay, there is an actual, it's called, what's it called? The death moth. There's an actual moth that has that ghost face thing on it. I know it seems weird, but it's actually a real thing. I think they call them death moths. But the 10 of Swords is like having 10 swords in your back. That's excessive. That's like going a little bit too far with betrayal and all that. These people thought that they were going to be able to mind control you or whatever. That's funny. Who told them that? Who told them that they could just jump in your body and start operating things? No. God is operating your body already. These people just need to mind their business. I also get that they're in the 10 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords to the 10 of Swords. That's a very fast negative progression. Okay. To being basically dead. Like 10 sword, 1 sword in your back would kill you, but 10, that's excessive. So this person was literally thinking that the whole world would betray you. And that's not happening here. You're spinning the wheel of fortune. King of Pentacles. This person thought that if they withheld something from you, that you would have to come crawling back to them. Let's get the likes up, you guys, please, and thank you. If you could like the video, I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I'm reading everybody's energy. But if you guys have personal questions, I do have another platform called Astraea Love, ASTRAEALOVE, second word. On that platform, we do have 1,000 subscribers, so I can accept $20 super chats per question. On this platform, I have PayPal and Cash App links in the below if it's like an emergency. So $20 per question, and then I set the timer for 20 minutes. And I'll use a different deck. I pause the collective reading and I use a different deck to answer your question. Or I just use my abilities, either or. But yeah, the 9 of Swords, this is like not being able to move. The 10 of Swords is absolutely not being able to move. This person wants to bargain with you. Like they were trying to hold a resource over your head or away from you. Some type of opportunity or something that could be like an inheritance or something. This King of Pentacles thought that this shit was funny. Now it's not so funny that they're getting betrayed. And this person could want you to like settle out of court, sign a deal, sign a contract. This is all with the intention to disable you in some type of weird way. I feel like if you applied to get some type of payment, some type of loan, some type of something, it's getting approved. And whoever was trying to block that, they have to swallow their own sword. That's like literally what I'm getting. However, they were aggressively trying to say that you're not worthy of resources. These people themselves are already dead on the inside. They're already like, they're beyond these people need God. I don't know anything other than God that could fix what these people have going on. I'm serious. I don't know anything other than the divine that could fix this type of thing. Or I don't know anybody. The truth of God, that would be a good place for these people to start. But that doesn't mean that just because you gain enlightenment that you are free of all karma and all consequences. Like, let's be realistic here. If there's a butterfly effect, I don't know if you guys ever saw that movie. It's a really old one now, but like it was a good movie. There's a butterfly effect for every action. For every action, there's an equal reaction, right? Isn't that one of the laws, the science laws? Anyways, these people need to understand that by trying to put you in a coffin, whether it's using sympathetic magic, which is like making an image of you with a voodoo doll, whatever, attaching your hair to it with a tag lock, putting whatever they were trying to do. Like, I'm sorry, but burying you in the cemetery is causing you to go through a resurrection or a rebirth. Like, these people could have never predicted that. This is why just doing things just because you feel like you want to is not a good idea, because these people never thought this shit through. They're the ones that went to the graveyard. They're the ones that disturbed the dirt there. They disturbed the dead. They wanted to bury something of yours thinking that it was going to affect you, and it has affected them. Like, that is straight up stupid and retarded. This is why when I say that these people thought that they were more powerful than God and everything else, they really did. They thought when they were doing this that they were the most powerful thing in the world. And maybe that's the mentality for this shit to ever work. Maybe that's the mentality they have to put forward. But I also get that whoever this person is, if you're different skin color than them, they were trying to use that shit against you. Like it's a rule of thumb. Like you cannot just treat people however the fuck you want to treat them just because of their skin color. That is ridiculous. Everybody that's alive deserves respect. And if you can't give other people respect, then what are you even doing? These people, like, they don't know what they're doing when it comes to you. Because like I said, nothing is going to interrupt this winning streak that you're on. You're getting justice. Justice came out. Shit is getting balanced. You see those scales right there? Santa Muerte is like, I got this, boo. Just chill. Don't even trip. I already got this. You're getting justice. It could be part of your wheel of fortune for you to get justice. This 5 of Wands energy, competitive, let me light a fire to somebody's shit energy. This is like what these people were planning to do. They wanted to compete with you for something. And now the 9 of Wands, they have to, deal with Santa Muerte and this scythe right here. The 9 of Wands is like being injured almost, and being burdened and like injured. The 5 of Wands is being competitive, greedy, lustful. Look at this mischievous bullshit. Like, what is this? What is a skeleton doing? That's the energy that I get. Like, this person's like, I'm going to light their shit up and it's going to disappear. That's so funny that they thought that they could just bury you, light you on fire, whatever, and you would just go away. What these people are equaling in their mind, you going away, as them feeling better. These people would actually feel very fucked up if they were successful with this shit. And it's not successful. You're getting justice. But I'm telling you, these people would not be happy with the effect. They would be like, oh my God, I what's going to happen to me now? These people should be thinking, what's going to happen to me already? The Star, because you're going to continue to shine. This is your time to thrive. I'm serious. Justice for the Star. If you're meant to be seen, who are these people to try to light what you're doing on fire? Nothing that you're doing is warranting this type of reaction or abuse. So I'm wondering where it's coming from. Maybe these people really do believe that they're better than you. Delusions. They're about to find out that they're not, that the law is indifferent to your skin color, culture, or race, or ethnicity, or whatever, or gender even. The law is like, we don't discriminate. We will prosecute and charge anybody. Doesn't matter. If you fall into the category of a human, you could possibly be charged. The thing is that in the past, they used to actually take like animals to court. If you don't know about that, it's ridiculous. Also, there was a pope that had another pope dug up their corpse and then put it on trial, and then they made some random person speak for the Pope, and they literally pushed charges against this dead Pope. This is ridiculous. Like, people will do what they want to do, but they're not going to do it to you. Then they cut the fingers off of the Pope, again, dead Pope, just his body, cut the blessing fingers off of it and threw it in some public river. Like, how disgusting is that? Oh my God. And people were like going along with that. Like, that's crazy. Hold on, let me just dig this dead person up and charge them with all these crimes. Like, what? Oh my gosh. The high priestess, you guys are showing up as intuitive beings. Okay. You also are reflecting back to this person the things that they're insecure about. Sometimes it just takes somebody seeing you for them to get irritated enough to try to do something. And I feel like this, you could have smiled. You could have just had a happy day. You could have just like literally let the walls down. And this person's like, oh, how dare they do that in my face? 8 of Pentacles. You could be working on something, getting to that bag. I mean, that's a gree bag, but besides the point, getting to the bag, you could be working on like using your intuition to get you to the bag. And that's not, the bag is just money bag. 9 of Swords. Wait. 6 of Swords. Wait, no, is this the 9? This is the 6. Okay, 6 of Swords. Yeah, that looks right. Well, it looks right-ish. Okay, the 6 of Swords is about a court case. These people could be getting ready to flee the country. Maybe they don't want to be held accountable. If you guys could like the video, we would greatly appreciate it. Please and thank you. That lets the algorithm know that this content's worth being seen and that that it's worth being heard. And that would really help you guys. Thank you so much. Please and thank you in advance. And for those of you that are coming into the chat, on my other platform, Astraea Love, ASTRAEALOVE, I can accept $20 super chats per question, but I am not at 1,000 people on this platform yet. Once we get to it, so make sure you subscribe. Once we get to 1,000 people, then I can accept $20 super chats per question. But right now, I still have my Cash App and PayPal details in the description box below, if any of you have an emergency. So yeah, this, 8 of Pentacles work that you're doing, you being in the limelight, like you're meant to be seen. These other people are going to have to come to terms with that. I feel like them trying to put the last nail in the coffin for you was a bad idea. If they were trying to bring about a permanent ending to your work, these people have failed. And whoever they have to report to, I would not want to be reporting to whatever this is. These people thought it was their personal mission to stop you, the world. And Santa Muerte is over here protecting the world and protecting you, basically. And protecting your work so it can become world renowned, so that it can reach the world. I feel like that's a beautiful thing. Look, she's got the hourglass of time right there. These people can't do anything. You got the world on your side. That's like, if there was a universe card, the world comes close to that. You worked so hard for everything. Exactly. This is why it can't just be taken from you. And these people need to understand that that's not fair. That it's really not. What these people were trying to do because they thought they knew some manipulation shit, it's not fair. It's really not fair to even try to mind control somebody. And these people, they're going to have bad things done to them because of this. They brought it on themselves. 5 of Cups. These people are in regret. Look at that maze they have to go through in their own fucking mind to get out of what they did to you. I mean, these people are the ones that know about it. You probably didn't even know that they were in the graveyard digging around trying to bury something of yours or something that looks like you, like fucking weirdos, okay? Like anybody that has any type of real sanity or consciousness or awareness is not going to be doing shit like that, okay? And I know that in Haiti and other parts of Africa and stuff that shit like that's done and it can resurrect somebody. It can literally do. I know voodoo is real, but I'm just saying that like literally anybody that wants to have a good life is not going to be doing bad shit to other people. Okay. These people don't care. They don't want to take responsibility for the fact that they're creating their own reality, and they don't care that it's not fair to you. Like for them to do this to you. They don't care that it's not fair. That's a recipe for disaster. These people were just, irritated by your light. Like irritated by your presence. Maybe they don't want to see you somewhere. All they have to do is look somewhere else. I mean, I know what the media is doing, but the media is media. It's a tool. You're over here spinning the wheel of fortune naturally, not having to do any evil deeds to others. This is probably what bothers these people the most. I'm serious. You didn't have to betray no one. You didn't have to sign your soul over. You didn't have to go to court and take it legally. Like, you're just over here existing naturally. And these people who are doing everything against the grain, they're uncomfortable with it. Queen of Pentacles. They're like, wow, that person can just climb that ladder and go get their own fruit at any given moment. Yeah, bitches. It's your tree. You loved and nurtured whatever this is for a very long time so that it could grow into something that could love and nurture you back. That's what the Queen of Pentacles is about. You could be somebody that's, going to be a politician in the future. Maybe you don't like politics. Maybe you're just you're just sensitive to social structures or social or cultural injustices. But I feel like some of you guys really are the light workers, the teachers, and the healers that are meant to lead others. Seven of Pentacles. These people are literally trying to figure out how to get, things moving in their direction. This is a turning of the tables. They're finally noticing something here. After all this time of them doing this dumb shit to you and not noticing the side effect, now all of a sudden these people are realizing that the tables are turning in your favor. Like, literally. Jesus is your literal ancestor. Yeah, let these people try to get past Jesus. I mean, come on with that. Any saint, any angel that you have watching over you is not going to let these people win. Not when it comes to you, because you're doing what the planet needs you to do. You're doing what society needs you to do by you being yourself. You have no idea how powerful that is. Knight of Wands. These people, they just want to party. These night energies, I'm serious. They just want to party. And they're like, why is everything turning in the favor of the collective? Because you're protected. That's why. And because whatever you're manifesting is going to help people. And so that's the natural progression. These people want you to think that you have to do evil to get anything in life. And that's completely a lie. You don't have to do evil. You have to do, and what I would consider to be evil would just be hurting or trying to put somebody in the graveyard. And when it's not their time, I mean, I don't know what anybody could even say about this shit. There's no excuse for trying to kill somebody with magic. I'm sorry, but that's taking it too far. If somebody irritates you, don't pay attention to them. You don't have to try to do any shit like this. And if this is about wanting your resources, you are the resource. They need to understand that it's not that you have the resources. You are the resource that makes resources. And these people, if they try to hurt and harm that in any way, whatever resources they think that they're going to get, they ain't getting nothing. They're going to get the depletion of their resources. The Hermit, because you go within, you found your inner light and you're minding your own business. I feel like this is the mind your own business card, and you're already doing that. You're just, reaping the rewards from doing good things. And these people are like, oh, let me see if I can destroy that. Knight of Pentacles. These night energies that just want to come in and come out. Like, that's what they want to do. Tap that ass. Clap them cheeks. These people want to just come in and leave and come back whenever they get ready. No. And it's funny that it's all the night energies. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. I would be looking within as to why these night energies are coming forward, and why the King of Pentacles, somebody that wanted to hold money over your head or manipulate you with it. That's an abuse of power and abuse of money. Money, when you get money, it's all in the way that you get it and what's attached to it. You could inherit money from a very evil person, and there could be negative things that they did to get that money or keep it or whatever that you don't know about. This is why in Well, one of the Asian countries, they have money washing stations to where you take the money that you just got from somebody and you put it through this thing and it sanitizes it and cleans it. And that way your money is cleared of the negative energy that was attached to it from whoever you got it from. But yeah, some money, like dark web money, is all designed to be drained out. There's just certain types of programs that when money is put through it like a filter, it just depletes the resources no matter what. So you just have to understand that you going within and finding the answers to your own problems and not seeking outside validation or outside people to fix it, that is you taking the power into your own hands, and that is you, stepping into your higher self. You going within is the answer. These people know, they thought that they were just secluding you and that you were just all over here by yourself, and come to find out that you have a whole spiritual team. Page of Wands. Yeah, this younger energy, these people, they thought that you were over here by yourself and you have God. Like, you're not by yourself. The Sun. This is what I'm saying. You're healing. Your inner child is healing. You're moving forward. You're not going to allow this past or these people to ruin what you're doing now. They just really, they can be inspired by you, but these people need to get it together. And if this is like trying to entrap you with a child, you're not paying child support for some kid that's not yours. I feel like you're dealing with somebody who's a trickster spirit. They're a liar. This Queen of Wands is a lying witch, bitch. That person could be the mother to the Page of Wands. Okay, these people are all fucked up. And I feel like however you're connected to them, you need to disconnect. Because these people, they want to take your financial opportunities, your money, your projects, and they want to put you in a position, Queen of Swords, to where you're going to have to defend yourself. You could have already literally cut cords with these people, cut ties, and said, I don't want you anywhere near me. And they don't understand that. They don't understand a boundary. A boundary means you don't come near me. You don't try to attach to me. You don't try to live off of me. You don't try to suck my energy. You don't try to do shit. Like, you just keep it pushing and move on with your life. These people, they're like always hoping that you are going to be in a position to accept their bum behavior. And you're like over here being like, I do not accept this behavior, this backstabbing, betrayal, bullshit, sickness, disease, addiction, all of these people have major problems. I can tell you that. And you're not their problem. So I think that they should just, move forward. Page of Pentacles. I'm serious. This Queen of Wands has like more than one kid. I don't know how they know you. Maybe this was a friend of yours, but yeah, they're looking for resources, and they look at you and they see that you're a resource. You could have had to say no to this friend, not borrow them money for their kid. Like, whatever it is, you're not going to be held responsible for something that's not yours. They just want to guilt trip you into giving them something because they see you over here winning. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands. Major crossroad. These people are at a crossroad. They must take action to resolve events, move quickly, and miss out on the opportunity. These people need to seriously make a movement in a new direction. A good time to clarify your goals and set new priorities. Situations come to a resolution. Be on the lookout for important news or information. These people are on the lookout. They're like, when is Collective's blessing coming in so I can figure out how to weasel my way in there and have some of it? No, why don't these people want to know about their own blessings? Like, that's insane to me. It's always about what you have going on, because these people know that you are here to get good things. The universe actually has something for you. You cut these people off. Maybe you didn't want to date them, the moon. These people are hidden freaking enemies. They're trying to hide. while coming in and playing in your face. I don't think that you being the high priestess, I don't think anybody can come in and put you at a crossroads by going to the moon. 8 of Swords. Because these people are about to be restricted. I don't even know what's going on in that picture right there. I don't even want to know. Nope. No, thank you. Yeah, 8 of Swords. That's prison. These people will be in jail still thinking that they run the world in some type of way. I think that's hilarious. If this is a family that came up against you, every single one of these people are not very intelligent. Not able to see that this shit was stupid and pointless. That if you don't want to share with them, you don't have to. And if you were giving money to people and supporting them and not supporting yourself, now you're supporting yourself and you're being told that that is what's going to be the best thing, that to cut these people off because they were using you. 9 of Pentacles, so that you can be able to stand on your own 2 feet. You can be stable. You can be your own authentic self and not have to be mind controlled or whatever these people wanted. Yeah, so yes, you have to cut people, places, and things off that don't serve you. But that's not like you taking an aggressive action to hurt anyone. These people are only hurt by your actions because your actions involve you protecting yourself. And so if you being safe means they have to be hurt, then oh fucking well, they should just leave you alone. They have every ability within themselves to mind their own fucking business and to stop looking at you like you are their resource. You are not this person's God. Let them go figure it out on their own. I'm serious. Hopefully this is not your family or kids. 3 of Wands. Three of Wands. Literally. 3 people. I mean, there's more than that was here, though, that showed up in this reading. Definitely more than 3 people. But these 3 people keep collaborating together. Idiots. They have not figured it out yet. That the reason that this shit's not working is because you've not done anything. They have not figured it out. I don't know if they will. Or when they do, it'll be like so far beyond removed from you. Maybe these people are people that you removed. Yeah, this is the 3 of Wands is talking about a goal or a project being realized. It talks about your dreams being realized, a new business idea is assured, anticipate obstacles and visualize how you'll overcome them long before they appear, which just means, and you know, if you know that you're getting a business, know that you have to get a business license. If you're doing this or that, just prepare for the normal things. Like, I don't feel like you should be preparing for anything that will go wrong. But I would be getting the truth of God using the joy versus anger technique to ask your higher self, should I go here? Should I go there? Should I eat this? Should I do that? That way you're being divinely led. 4 of Wands. You're already setting up shop. I also get that this 4 of Wands energy is like that's what I'm getting. It's like you're setting up shop. You could have an idea that's going to be like a foundation, like you setting up shop. It doesn't have to be like, it looks like she's selling flowers, but it doesn't have to be that. You could be wanting to sell crystals. You could be wanting to sell jewelry, art, you know, clothing, whatever this is. You know, obviously it'll be different for each and every one of you. But I get that it's a good idea. If this is part of your dream, don't let your dreams pass you by. Literally act on them, or the dream will go to somebody else. Knight of Cups. This shady person, these night energies, they're all looking at you like, how can I get at that? This person could be in jail. My goodness. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, just because you're established doesn't mean that you're like open and ready to accept any old person in, and you're not going to give anybody any useful information about the work that you do and the fruit that you get. You're not going to give that shit away to anybody. Whatever it is that these people want, they're not going to get it from you. I can tell right now. Queen of Cups, because you may be a nurturer, but you're not going to just give your heart away to any random old person. And you use your intuition, which means that the Queen of Cups is somebody that's very intuitive. You know, intuition has to do with that card. You're not just giving your heart away to these people, regardless of what they think. Sometimes people look at you and they judge you based off of what you look like to them. And so these people have mistaken you to be a weakling, and you're not. 7 of Wands. These people are lost without you. They've always been lost, though. That's what I feel. I feel like these dumbass people, they've always been lost without you. Tragic. Could you imagine, like, the light leaving your life completely and feeling dead? That's how these people feel. This is why they blame you. Even though you're not to blame. Just know that. You're really not to blame. It's not your fault. I would be going in and asking what in the hell drew in all these night energies and healing that. But other than that, you don't need to be saved. So I feel like this whole, oh, let's send someone in to save them and trick them thing is stupid. You've already seen through that. What do you need to be saved from other than these people that are stupid as hell in the first place? 7 of Wands. You have literally defended yourself when it comes to these people. They're trying to compete for your energy, your time, your resources, your business. These people need to mind their own. It says that you will eventually win. I feel like you're already winning. You will never regret your actions for standing up for yourself in times of need. And standing up for your business and what you do. Some people just need to mind their own business. And the Lovers, oh my gosh. Are you defending a love union? This could be something that's coming in. I love that, you guys. I love that. Yeah, you could be defending a love union. I mean, who's going to argue with who you can love and who you can't love? Why don't we leave that up to individual people? As long as you're not loving a minor in an inappropriate way, there's nothing wrong with this love union that's coming in. These people fear it, though. Why? The Chariot, this police watching, stalking energy, these people fear you for some reason. Can I get clarity on that? Oh, they fear this love union. They feel like if you get a real lover that's not connected to this group or organization or whatever these people belong to, community, that if you get a real lover, that you're just going to move on and these people won't be able to use your energy anymore. That's what this is about. You're dealing with a group of vampires, literal vampires. They don't know that they're vampires. They're narcissists, but they are vampires. These people have been surviving off of your resources. The Fool in the reverse. Yo, the Fool in the reverse with these people. Childish. And some of these people are children, or young adults, but still childish as hell. I also get that you don't want to hear it. Whatever these people have to say, you're like, I don't want to hear it. Where was my compassion and grace when you were trying to put me in the ground? The hell? Childlike. This is what I'm saying. It says these people, they don't recognize the danger that they're in. They're close to ruin with crazy decisions, reckless actions, and foolish choices. They are, though. This is a foolish decision. I mean, why even invest like this? To me, investing in destroying other people is like the stupidest investment, because that energy will come back. And you don't control the when it comes back and how it comes back. So, okay, what else do we need to know before we go? King of Wands. Who is the King of Wands? Is this fool? I feel like this person's hopelessly in love with you. And there is no hope. Hopeless. Okay? You already denied this person or rejected them. Maybe one of these people knows a police officer. They could also claim to know the devil. What the fuck does that even matter when you know God? You already know God. These people acting from their lowest vibration. 3 of Cups. This is your time to like have a love union come in and be able to celebrate with a harvest. To share your resources with somebody that actually loves you and that you care about, rather than these people that want to compete for your resources to have them themselves. You know? Yeah. This celebration could very well be like an actual celebration, like a wedding, a family reunion. 2 of Pentacles. This is you balancing your resources. Things are working out for you. You really don't have anything to worry about. I also get that whatever this low vibrational devil energy was, because it was acting through these people, they wanted to over sexualize you in some type of way. And maybe they were trying to do that with their words, like saying just things about you. But I get that this is all a failed attempt. All these people that were under the influence of the devil, that's just the lower vibration of mankind. The Empress, because you're over here a divine being sitting pretty, chilling, minding your business, by the way. And it's got these people feeling unhinged, just like that they can't live life with you just being at peace. That's funny to me. Like, you've got to be a weirdo to want to just cause mayhem only. These people are so out of balance. Just know that their imbalance is not going to affect you. You don't have to agree to anything that these people are trying to say. Yeah, you're getting a download, a message coming in that puts an end to a problem, you know? This is an excellent time for you to begin new projects. Okay, you could be getting a literal message in the mail. It could be a document that arrives, whatever, or it could be like a passport or a court date or whatever this is. It's something that's going to set you free, and you want to know about it. Maybe you're going to get a message that these people and their adventure against you is a failure. 2 of Swords. Yeah, you cut the cords. You literally cut cords with them, and they're pissed off because they're vampires. You cut the cords. Now these people are basically blocked. They can't do anything. They can only do something to you through the devil anyways. So again, you're not accepting bum behavior. What else do we know? Well, what else do we know? What else do we need to know? 7 of Swords says hope, reflexion. What? It's probably a Spanish word. This is like somebody coming out of the grave, but that's not what the actual 7 of Swords represents. The 7 of Swords is like running away from a problem while you have 2 swords still left to stab you in the back. It says many choices confront these people, but there's only one correct answer, and these people are running away from having to make a decision when it comes to you, and it's making everything worse because they don't want to take responsibility for what they've done and what they've created. Pathetic. I don't even feel like you're judging these people. I feel like you just moved on. That's literally it. Ace of Wands. Whatever you put into the ground is going to flourish. See the skull there and the plants coming out of it? I love this picture. The centipede. Interesting. So whatever you plant will grow, and it will happen naturally. The Hierophant. Yeah, this person, this Hierophant energy is going to judge something in your favor. Something's going to go in your favor. I don't know how or what it is, but something is going in your favor. See, this guy is using a freaking Ouija board. I never noticed that in this picture. See that Ouija board he's using? I literally never noticed that before. That's wild. What is this? 9 of Wands. I'm serious. You're about to celebrate. All these people want to come with you. Maybe this is like all of your ancestors. I also get that you're extremely protected at this time. Strength, because you have access to strength. That's like, you know, Santa Muerte, we could call her Hispanic, but if we were to be completely accurate, she's Aztec. She comes from Aztec belief systems. La Santa Muerte. This is exactly who I'm talking about. Pregnant with the world right there. So yeah, you guys are about to give birth to an idea that's going to change a lot of things for people. So I'm really proud of you guys. Keep going. You're also about to get a love union, and something's going to be judged in your favor. And it's just going to go down in history that you were right all along, that you were not the one being selfish and greedy and materialistic and needy and codependent and evil. It's just going to be proven. Like, you're being vindicated. You're also getting to spin your wheel of fortune, and you're getting whatever you ask for. If you want a new business opportunity, it's coming. You have justice, my dear. And that means that things are going to be balanced out in your favor, which means that these people have got to get over that shit. Okay. You winning is not a new concept. These people just can't deal with it. You had all night energies and a King of Pentacles and a King of Wands. I think that that is strange. Why all of the knights? Those are like a lesser caliber of a person. People that don't have their shit together, that are not well-rounded, that are not balanced, that are not in a position to be telling anybody else what they need to do. And they're also not in a position to be doing anything other than working on themselves. Okay. These people thought that they were putting the last nail in the coffin with that. Where is it? That picture right there, putting the last nail in the coffin, and all they did was seal their own fate. That's hilarious. You've got to laugh at shit like this, because really it didn't affect you. Them burying something of yours or whatever in the ground, it didn't curse you, it cursed them. Nature is on your side. The world is on your side. There's nothing that these people can do. So thank you guys for making it to the ending of this reading. I love you so much. Please like this video, tap the notification bell, make sure you guys are subscribed, share this content. Remember, I have another platform called Astraea Love where I also do readings. And in the description box are these 2 books. The first one is The Truth of God. It's an advanced intuitive living workbook. That's different techniques that are going to help you with your spiritual journey. So I use the techniques in this book all the time, doing these readings and just in my daily life. So there's the God technique, which raises you out of your ego into the consciousness of God, so you can see things from a bigger picture, so that you basically can rise above whatever's going on. Joy versus anger technique is when you see me asking yes and no questions. I'm using the joy versus anger technique, which works with clairsentience, which is what everybody has, so that you can use that guttural, it's like a gut feeling, but you work with that feeling and it gives you accurate information. Okay, and then there's the 1 to 10 ratio, which helps you to look at compatibility, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and then see where things are. And usually when I'm looking at compatibility, I can see what's causing it to be at a certain number. And if it's a minor thing, if it's a big thing, that type of stuff. And then also the mind technique gives you the ability to get rid of the thoughts and beliefs and baggage and storylines and stuff that you're carrying around, so that you don't keep creating the same experience. Okay. This is like the cheat code to getting out of the matrix. And that's what it helped me with. It broke me out of feeling trapped, which I felt trapped the majority of my life. So the second book that I'm going to talk about is the book that I've written. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And Visago is an Ars Goetia spirit that King Solomon worked with, who is very good with divination, but extremely good with tarot. So we and God have all come together on this, we created a book that will teach you how to read cards for yourself and for other people. And the original Rider-Waite deck, Riderwaite, is the deck that you want to get. I would invest, you guys, and get the deck if you want to learn to read cards for yourself and others. Get the original Rider-Waite deck that's got the description on the cards. That way you don't have to be flipping through a separate book to get to the answer. Also, this book starts off with a 14 zodiac tarot card spread that has 2 positions for each of the zodiac signs. One is your south node and one is your north node. Your south node in the birth chart is where your ego's at. Your north node is where your destiny's at. And then the spell that goes along with that helps you to manifest into your own destiny. And so I'm going to read from the Hangman. So I've created for each of the major arcana cards a tarot card spread that goes into depth with everything that you see on the card. And it just gives you a deep dive, basically. And you can use these tarot card spreads and spells over and over again to help your life to manifest. So the Hangman, number 12, answer maybe Zodiac Pisces. This is the card of doubt and contradictions. The Hangman is the card of the martyr. It speaks of a confusing time ahead. The Hangman says instead of trying to control situations and people, leave them alone instead. It also says that a sacrifice may be necessary to move forward. The Hangman suggests that you put aside any self-interest. Peace of mind comes from making the correct decisions. Position 1 is the Gallows. The card for this position represents the unclean energies that are bringing about strife and adversity in one's life. This card can show you the main issue that's bringing about negative actions against your life. If you've been under the evil eye curse, you will pull the Death Tarot card for this position. If someone is trying to sacrifice you or someone that you know, you will pull the Hangman Tarot card for this position. Position 2, the Tree of Sacrifice. The card for this position will show you what needs to be sacrificed in order for you to receive salvation. It could be anger, greed, hatred, or jealousy that you are being called to sacrifice in order to receive salvation. This card can also show you how you can save yourself in any difficult situation. If someone is energy harvesting you or sacrificing your energy, you will pull the Hangman Tarot card for this position. And then it just keeps going on and on. But yeah, the Hangman Tarot card spell is to sacrifice things that are no longer serving you. Then I'm going to read from, in the back of the book, I have the major arcana cards and what it could mean when you are pulling certain major arcana cards out next to another one, like the interpretation. Okay, so anytime that you see the Hangman card, you will know that you are dealing with a sacrifice or a martyr. If the Hangman comes out before the major arcana cards, it means that something was sacrificed to obtain whatever the subject of the major arcana card is. If the Hangman comes out after the major arcana card, it could indicate that a sacrifice needs to be made for things to shift. It could also warn of unlawful persecution and someone who is just wanting to sacrifice you for your energy. If you pull the Hangman card in the reverse, it could indicate that someone lacks insight into the true issue. You cannot see the bigger picture because you lack important information. It also could mean that you are overwhelmed by the pressures that exist in society. When you pull the Hangman card in the reverse, it could indicate that a sacrifice or an offering that was made to the spiritual realm is rejected and has been rebuked. If you pull the Hangman card in the reverse, it indicates that all efforts, time, and energy is wasted on a project. So check this book out, you guys. It's called Visago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. Each of the spells are going to help you with a different thing in your life. The Star spell is to manifest a wish. And it goes into the stars in your birth chart. Just really cool stuff, you guys. For those of you that are interested in learning to read cards for yourself, Visago and I came up with something that is like a treasure. You can use these tarot card spreads and spells as many times as you want to manifest in your life. And it's going to help you connect with God as well and your future. So yeah, and then you want to use the original Rider-Waite deck, Riderwaite, for that book. And I would just go ahead and get the deck that's got the descriptions on it. It's going to really help you guys when you're learning. And remember, the links to these books are in the description box below. And the Truth of God is going to develop your spiritual intuition and tap you in with God. with your own connection. Extremely powerful information. I think the truth of God is for people that are on their fast track spirituality, and yeah, that want to learn and grow and want to gain basically it's like a cheat code to the universe. It's to creating. It's going to help you guys out. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for hyping the video. Thank you guys for spending your time here with me and with God and the Holy Spirit and the Ascended Masters and all that is good, righteous, holy, and true. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Peace be with you. God bless you guys. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Have a good one, you guys. Peace be with you. Bye.